Have you ever thought about what really happens inside a nursing home? They promise safety, care, and a peaceful life. But the reality is far different. Imagine waking up in a place where you have no control. You eat when they tell you, sleep when they decide, and even going outside requires permission. The faces around you are unfamiliar, and over time, the people who once visited stop coming. Thousands of seniors regret their decision, but by the time they realize the truth, it's too late. Most people believe a nursing home is their best option. But before you step into one, ask yourself, do you know what really happens behind closed doors? Because today, I'm revealing the dark truths that no one warns you about. The loss of independence, the hidden neglect, the financial trap. If you're over 65 or have aging parents, this is something you need to hear. Stay with me, because what you don't know could change everything. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss any video. Imagine waking up one morning, expecting to start your day as you always have. Maybe with a warm cup of tea, sitting in your favorite chair, watching the world outside your window. But today, something is different. You're no longer at home. You reach for your belongings, but they're not there. You look around and the walls feel cold, unfamiliar. The door to your room is open and a nurse walks in. "It's time for breakfast," she says, but you're not hungry. You politely say, "I'll eat a little later." She shakes her head. "No, breakfast is served now. If you miss it, you'll have to wait until lunch." That's when it hits you. You're no longer in control. This is the reality that thousands of seniors face every single day in nursing homes. Most people think nursing homes offer comfort and freedom. But what they don't realize is how much personal choice is taken away. You don't decide when you wake up. You don't decide what you eat. You don't even decide when you can go outside. Everything is scheduled, structured, controlled, and if you don't follow the routine, you're labeled uncooperative. Take Margaret, an 82-year-old woman who thought a nursing home would bring her peace. Her family assured her that she'd be well taken care of, that life would be easier. For the first few days, everything seemed fine, but soon she started noticing the restrictions. She wanted to take a walk in the garden one evening, just like she used to at home. But when she asked, she was told, "You need a staff member to escort you, and there's no one available right now." She waited and waited, but no one came. Days passed and she realized something painful. She wasn't living her own life anymore. She was just another name on a list. In most nursing homes, the staff operate on efficiency, not individuality. Their job is to manage people, not cater to personal freedom. And over time, residents stop asking. Stop asking for a different meal. Stop asking to go outside. Stop asking for anything, because they already know the answer. Not right now. Maybe later. And later never comes. Imagine having to ask permission just to step outside and feel the sun on your face. Imagine losing the simple joys of choosing when to eat, when to rest, and how to spend your day. This is the cost of nursing homes that no one talks about. So before you or someone you love makes this decision, think twice. Because once you give up your independence, getting it back is almost impossible. You press the call button. You wait. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10. Still, no one comes. Your throat is dry. Your body feels weak. You need help. But the room is silent. Outside your door, the hallway is empty. You press the button again. Nothing. This is not a mistake. This is not a one-time delay. This is reality. A reality faced by thousands of seniors in nursing homes every single day. People believe nursing homes offer constant care, that trained nurses are always available, that if something happens, help will arrive immediately. But the truth is, most nursing homes are severely understaffed. One nurse for 20 residents, one caregiver managing an entire floor. They rush from patient to patient, trying to keep up. But there are too many people, and not enough hands. When one emergency happens, everything else is ignored. A patient in pain is told to wait. A senior in distress is left alone. A simple request for water goes unheard. And sometimes the wait is not just frustrating, it is dangerous. Robert, a 74-year-old diabetic, needed his insulin at 7 p.m. The nurse was busy with another patient who had fallen in the hallway. Robert waited. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3. By the time they reached him, it was midnight. 5 hours late. His blood sugar had spiked dangerously high. His vision blurred. His hands trembled. He felt weak, dizzy, helpless. And still, he was told to hold on a little longer. Imagine waiting 5 hours for life-saving medication. This isn't just bad service. This is neglect. Some nursing homes assign one nurse to 20 patients at night. Imagine trying to give medications on time, helping with bathing and hygiene, responding to emergencies, all for 20 people, alone. Mistakes happen. Calls for help go unanswered. Seniors suffer, some in silence, some in pain. Some who never get the help they needed in time. If you or your loved one is considering a nursing home, ask the right questions. How many nurses work each shift? How long does it take to respond to a patient in distress? Are residents really getting the care they need? Because once you are inside, you might not get the help you deserve. And in a place meant to care for the elderly, no one should ever feel forgotten. Imagine spending your entire life working, saving, planning for retirement, believing that when the time comes, you'll be safe, that your money will last, that your future is secure. Then one day you realize it's disappearing, not because you spent it, but because a nursing home is taking it all. Most people don't realize how expensive nursing homes really are. A private room can cost over $90,000 a year, and that's just the base price. Because what they don't tell you is that everything else costs extra. Medication management, assistance with dressing, special diets, even small services like getting help to the bathroom come with hidden fees. And if you run out of money, you don't get to stay. They move you to a lower quality facility, less staff, less care, and no way to go back. Jack thought he had enough savings to last a lifetime. For 2 years, he paid for his nursing home. Then one day he got a notice. His funds were too low. His options? Move to a cheaper, overcrowded facility or leave. Jack had nowhere else to go. No family nearby. No way to fight back. So he packed his bags and walked out with nothing. This is the reality of nursing homes. They don't just take your freedom, they take your finances too. And by the time most seniors realize it, it's too late. So before you or someone you love makes this decision, ask yourself, do you really know how much it will cost? What happens when the money runs out? And is there another way? Because once you step inside, getting out isn't just difficult, it's nearly impossible. And sometimes it costs everything. At first, it feels like just another day. You wake up, you hear voices outside your door, nurses, caregivers, other residents. Yet, something feels different. You feel alone. Even though people surround you, no one really sees you. No one really listens. And over time, the loneliness begins to sink in. Most seniors enter nursing homes believing they'll have companionship, that they'll be surrounded by people, that they'll never feel isolated. But the reality is far different. Studies show that depression rates in nursing homes are 40% higher than among seniors who live independently. The reason? A loss of purpose, a loss of connection, a loss of identity. Helen, an 81-year-old woman, was once full of life. She loved gardening, reading, visiting her grandchildren. But after moving into a nursing home, everything changed. At first, family visited often. Her daughter came every weekend. Her grandchildren called her regularly. But slowly, the visits became less frequent. The calls stopped coming. And soon, she was just another resident, sitting in the common room, watching the clock, waiting for someone, anyone, or to remember her. But no one did. This is not just Helen's story. This is the story of thousands of seniors. Many enter nursing homes full of hope, but over time they become invisible. No longer needed, no longer included, just waiting. Waiting for the next meal, the next medication, the next day to pass. A nursing home takes care of your body. But what happens to your mind, your emotions, your sense of purpose? Most seniors don't die from illness alone. They die from loneliness, from being forgotten, from feeling like they no longer matter. And by the time they realize it, it's too late. If you or a loved one is considering a nursing home, ask the hard questions. What will life look like in 5 years? Will you still feel connected to family? Will you still have purpose? Because a person doesn't just need food and medicine. They need love. They need connection. They need to know they are not forgotten. A nurse enters the room. She speaks in a sharp tone. "Hurry up, you're so slow." The elderly man struggles to stand. His hands shake. His legs feel weak. He needs a moment, but he doesn't get one. The nurse grabs his arm, pulls him up too fast. He winces in pain, but no one cares, no one listens, because in this place, he is just another patient, another name on a list, another forgotten soul. Most people don't want to believe it, that abuse happens inside nursing homes, that the people meant to care for the elderly could also harm them. But the truth is darker than you think. Reports show that 1 in 6 seniors in nursing homes experience some form of abuse, physical, emotional, even financial. And the worst part, most of it goes unnoticed, or worse, ignored. Dorothy, an 85-year-old woman, thought she was in a safe place. Her family had chosen a well-reviewed nursing home. They believed she would be taken care of. But over time, things started to change. Her favorite necklace went missing. Then money started disappearing from her bank account. She told the staff. They brushed it off. She told her family. They said she was just confused. Until one day when she caught her caregiver with her credit card. Her own caregiver, the one she trusted, the one who was supposed to protect her, was stealing from her. And it's not just financial abuse. Some caregivers verbally attack seniors, yelling, insulting, treating them like children. Some even physically harm them, rough handling, forceful grabbing, ignoring their cries for help. And for many elderly patients, there's no way to fight back. If you or someone you love is considering a nursing home, don't just assume it's safe. Ask the hard questions. Who monitors the staff? How often are abuse cases reported? What protections are in place for vulnerable residents? Because not all abuse leaves bruises. Some wounds are silent. Some scars can't be seen. And for too many seniors, the truth is uncovered far too late. You have heard the truth. The loss of independence, the neglect, the financial drain, the loneliness, and the abuse. This is the reality for thousands of seniors in nursing homes. Some speak out, some suffer in silence, and some never get the chance to tell their story. At first, it seems like the right choice. A nursing home offers care, meals, assistance. It seems safe. It seems necessary. But once you step inside, things change. Your decisions are no longer your own. Your money disappears faster than you imagined. Your world becomes smaller, your voice unheard, and one day you wake up and realize you don't belong to yourself anymore. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be this way. You have options. You can plan ahead. You can ask the right questions. You can make sure your future isn't decided for you. Because once you enter a nursing home, getting out isn't easy. And for too many, it never happens. So if you or a loved one is thinking about this decision, stop, think twice. Ask yourself, is this really the best option? Or is there another way? Because at the end of the day, you deserve more than a bed in a facility. You deserve dignity. You deserve freedom. You deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be remembered. Because no one should ever feel forgotten. Pause, let the message sink in. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment below. Share your thoughts. And most importantly, share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Because together, we can make a difference. If a nursing home isn't the best option, what is? What can you do instead? Because the truth is, you do have options. Thousands of seniors are finding new ways to live with dignity, independence, and real care. The key? Planning ahead, asking the right questions, and choosing alternatives that truly protect your health and happiness. The first option? In-home care. For many seniors, staying at home isn't just a preference. It's the best decision for their mental and emotional well-being. With professional caregivers and family support, seniors can get the help they need while remaining in a place they love. At home, you set the schedule, you decide what to eat, you have the freedom to move, and most importantly, you don't feel like just another patient in a system. The second option, assisted living communities. Unlike nursing homes, these communities offer more independence. You get help when you need it, but you also keep control over your daily life. Meals, social activities, medical support, all without feeling trapped. This isn't a hospital setting. It's a place where seniors can still enjoy life, instead of just waiting for time to pass. The third option, family-based support. Many seniors find that with the right planning, family rotation caregiving can be a great alternative. Instead of relying on strangers, you stay connected with loved ones. This works best when planned in advance. If family members take turns helping, even a few hours a day, it can make a huge difference. And let's not forget, staying healthy and active plays the biggest role in avoiding the need for full-time care. Walking, eating right, managing stress. Because the longer you stay strong, the more control you keep over your life. So before making a decision, pause. Look at all your options, ask the right questions, and choose what truly keeps you happy, independent, and cared for. Because a nursing home should never be your only choice. You deserve better.